and her mom is having a send-off, and I gotta be there because I was the one who said, I'm gonna bring you along, and I'm gonna show you and teach you. So it is my pleasure and honor to be here. Love Lomita, just love you so much. And you inspire me. Just saw Yancey at the Target. I said, you're not Target. Because they built the Target on City Avenue. John, when they built it, I was so excited. I was one of the first ones in there. I said, we're getting the Target. We're getting the Target. So it's always good to be amongst family. I turned 58 in less than 2 weeks. Moisturizer, moisturizer, moisturizer. I swear by moisturizer. I turned 50 in 2 weeks. I'm approaching my 7th anniversary of having a stroke. 7 years ago, my life changed dramatically. For 25 years, I took care of my mother. I was the one. You know, a lot of times it falls on a family member. I took care of her for 25 years, for 51 years of my life. I was never without my mother. I lived with her, she lived with me. I took care of her. Everything, you name it. It took the last year of her life for me to break down to always best care and say I need help, because we think we can do it all and we don't need no help. Well, this is where God came in, because you do need help. And I remember asking Always Best Care. They would sponsor the shows at the Dell. And I had a lot of crying episodes. Cry between shows. Cry before I go on the radio. And I asked the guy, Brian Green, can you help me? I need help, because it's getting more and more difficult to take care of my mom. Always Best Care came, but I was still running, because I'm a daughter, I'm a mother, my family, I have to work, I have to be happy when I'm at work, but inside I was crumbling. And I never wanted to let anyone know that I was battling depression. Not me, I got jokes all day. But I was suffering from depression, because I would cry on the way to work, and I would wipe my tears, and I'd get on that radio and just do my thing. Finish work, get back in the car and cry before I had to pick my son up. The depression weighed heavy. I would never change anything about my life, because we are here to honor our parents. We're here to honor our parents. And there was a reason why my mother, she was 40. And back then, you still having babies? That's what they would tell her. You're pregnant again? She was 40 years old. But God knew this is going to be the one that's going to ride out with you. She was dying and I was in denial. When they mentioned hospice, I sat there and said, I don't want to talk about this. And my niece looked at me like, are you crazy? They just said hospice. And I said, I got this. She ain't going nowhere, she'll be right here. During this time of her dying, she stopped eating, opening her eyes. I kept coming up with solutions. Coming up. I'll just bring her feet too big. I'll do it. Everything was, I'll do it. Because I was in denial. But during this whole time, I never took care of myself. With the depression, not drinking water, I wasn't taking care of myself. I had a cape on, and I wasn't taking it off. Because I'm going to handle it, I'm going to do it. And then she died. I still ain't take my cape on. I kept that cape on. I said, we're going to do these arrangements. We got this, we got that. And I just kept going. I went back to work. I took off maybe about 4 days. And I said, I'm ready to come back to work. 2 weeks after she died, I broke. Like I had a stroke. But I still got my cape on, and I got up when I fell. And I kept going. If I suffered a stroke on a Wednesday, I kept saying something was wrong with me. I can't stop crying. I didn't get to the doctor until Friday. I did everything you ain't supposed to be doing. My doctor said, look like you had a stroke. She said, you need to go to the hospital. I got my cape on, y'all. I get home. I call my son's father. I'm going to be in the hospital for a couple days. Just come over here and take care of him. Make sure you got food. Because I want to make sure my son was straight. I go to the hospital. They kept saying, it seems like you had a stroke. But they had to do one of them deep dive MRIs. This was a little vessel in the back of my head that bust. It was a little. They couldn't even pick it up. And they said, oh, you had a vessel that burst in your head. You had a stroke. Wait, they said you had a mild stroke. Don't let anyone fool you with a mild stroke. If that was Friday, I was still making arrangements to come home. I said, I'll do therapy at home because I got to interview Kirk Franklin on Wednesday. That Monday, I got up because I was going to sign the papers to get myself out. God took my vision.